Maceo, Whitaker. And then we have Karen to just blow us away, which I'm very excited about. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I've been trying to memorize poetry lately, so I have one that I'm not sure if I have it fully memorized, but I'll try. You guys know the poet Martin Espada?
Yeah.
So I'll give this one a shot. It's called Jorge, the Church Janitor, Finally Quits. No one asks where I'm from. I must be from the country of janitors. I have always mopped this floor. Honduras, you are a squatter's camp outside the city of their understanding. No one can speak my name. I host the fiesta of the bathroom, stirring the toilet bowl like a punch bowl. The Spanish music of my name is lost when they complain about the toilet paper. What they say must be true. I'm smart, but I have a bad attitude. No one knows that I quit tonight. Maybe the mop will push on without me, sniffing along the floor like a crazy squid with stringy gray tentacles. They will call it Jorge. I'm close. I think I might have gotten a word or two wrong, but thank you.
Thank you.
This poem, I've never read this in public, but I really like this one. It's called Percussion. Once again, a dank alleyway, wreckage. Once again, the vocabulary of violence. Who cares about a wet black bough? Give me the ghost any day. Give me the snake-bit war widow who stitches pocket holes amid war cries, amid limbs in the air. Gravity, a physics trick. Forgive this newfound satanic panic, fresh as a metallic wound on the roof of a blistered mouth. Some teeth bite bricks. Bless this brick of truth. Bless this great chain of being. Behold, death here, growth there. Oh, the voice sometimes is nice to imagine it growls a noise. The street is enchanted. The squirrels scurry away before launching themselves up to the high branches. The wind and rain have strewn leaves and pebbles near the gutter, where they appear as violent as shattered fangs cast across the floor after a vicious beatdown. You walk on shells. These days you endure the pervasive narrative of the random stabbing, the anonymous gunfire, the ubiquity of tick, tick, tick. The metronome marches toward you. It pounds the flesh around you. With what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. Love in the time of love in a war-torn dumpster, love in a war-torn weight. What garbage. An apparition watches, wishes to devour your scars, your debris. He lingers above your ruins, scratches his nails above shingles. Racked with guilt, he reads Bolaño in camouflage. His bookmark is a torn photo, a half face. He prowls like a banished demigod. The ticking is a fat moon, heavy, smothering. Tonight, the wind will not sing. Okay, I got a few. This poem is called, it's kind of a love poem to Poughkeepsie, New York. We've all probably lived there at one point or at least visited. And It's called Wordsworth in Poughkeepsie, so I was reading a lot of Wordsworth, and I took a lot of the language of Wordsworth and some of what we know about him, and I brought him into kind of a semi-post-apocalyptic Poughkeepsie. Wordsworth in Poughkeepsie. Expostulate up, up. Route 9, bro. Ignore the totality of immortality. Drink up this anti-pastoral. Hail the just a buck and minnow motors. Praise the bifurcation of river and city. Honor the grit, the skylight plywood, the attic rats and wall roaches. Greet the vagrant dwellers walking routes 44, 55, forked, joint, forked. View the ruined cottage. Beware the toughs in Mansion Square Park who'd rough you up and snatch your dough. These kids a clique of Zions. No Zania. Steal knickknacks from pawn shops. Write rent party verse and sleep dirt. Cheer the ex-boxer, jabbing Ellie air while blocking his pebbled face. Look, scars and pots and snarls and rocks. Run the steps and stage at the Bar Divine. Sidestep the gypsy pigeons on the Amtrak tracks. Eat from the tomato patch in the 10 by 20 yard. Dance to the music. Buckethead's Cuckoo Clocks of Hell. Robert Johnson's Hellhound Blues. Fife bugging from a tricked out Audi. And in the distance, techno. Smoke the pop OG. Pass the God bud. Smell the glorious chicken. Flip slick condom wrappers. Watch tall men heave half-court shots. Then, when spent, climb the walkway high above the Hudson, Peace River, and inhale the beauteous forms and bridges. Fill lined paper with the breathings, Wordsworth, of your bruised old heart. Let it leap.
Yes.
I have a really crazy poem that I'll read, but I might edit it while I'm reading it out loud. This was in the Florida Review a couple years ago, and it was kind of like a... Anyone know... I'll tell you where I got the inspiration of this poem. Do you know Donald Justice? What was it? What's the name of that poem he wrote? The really long one called The One Day, I think. He had the one section called Prophecy. And it was just this kind of omniscient, omnipotent being just kind of smiting the world and just going around doing that. So I stole this idea. And it's called solipsism. And I was just picturing everything going into like a bag of everything that we feel and exist goes into this bag. This poem's, I think, really, really smart and really, really stupid at the same time. Solipsism. I have a bottomless bag, and I will put you all in the bag. Fresh Prince, pre-Bel Air. I'm coming to West Philly, and guess what? You're going in the bag. Headbangers in 80s Detroit, in the bag. Diane Sawyer, in the bag. Michael Vick, in the bag. Dr. Dre, the DJ, in the bag. Ed Lover, too. Every presidential election loser. I'm rounding all of you up one by one, and you're all getting shoved in the bag. Every hurricane, big and small, I will inhale you. I will hold my breath, then release you into the bag. Every hurricane, big and small, every Simon Cowell, every Ed Snowden, every Screech, bag. Europeans, no chance, you're all in the bag, all of you. Lou Reed, Velvet Underground, Lords of the Underground, all of you, just hop in the bag. Dan Rather, Saddam Hussein, Christy Yamaguchi, David Foster Wallace, I want you all in the bag. Brangelina, stay out of the bag. No, I'm kidding. You're in. Erykah Badu, Tony Soprano, George R.R. Martin will finish the last 2 books of the Song of Ice and Fire, then The Bag. A League of Their Own, Bag. Vonnegut, Kesey. Crown Heights, Jackson Heights. Cory Booker. When I wrote this poem, I just become senator. Cory Booker, Bag. Dear reader, dear audience, this bag is getting crowded, but remember, it's bottomless. You will fall infinitely deep, and while there's endless bad in this bag, there is also endless good. That's way shorter than the actual version, but it gets redundant. One more, okay. This poem is timely. It's always timely. Let me try this one. I started off with the poem I tried to recite. I'll try to recite this one too. You might be able to help me with this one. The Second Coming by W.B. Yeats. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. The blood-dimmed tide is... I'm not going to try it. You guys remember that one? What's the next line? Your honor creates loose upon the world? All right. Let me finish with one that I actually wrote and I can read.
In the middle of the night, about 3 o'clock in the morning, it will come back to you in full flood, and your eyes are going to
It will.
spring open. So you're going to have to call everybody on the phone next time.
We could. I'm sure as soon as I walk away. All right, anyone been to the Dodge Poetry Festival in New Jersey?
18 years ago.
Yeah. I was there in a high school kid this year asked Billy Collins and Ricky Laurentiis, like, why is poetry your form of expression? I thought that was such a great and interesting poem that no one could ever really answer well. But this poem, I just got the New Haven Review, and they were nice enough to publish a poem. This one's called Ars Poetica with Ass Whooping. Question: when did you know poetry would be your form of expression? Answer: as bullies in the alley pummeled my forehead with death crunch after death crunch, I babbled Baudelaire and bore a river of knuckles, Ophelia of the extracurricular beatdown. Now, as I bitch about my bill, I spit couplets at the electric company hitman, singing, I lack the voice of Tom Waits or the prose of Teju Cole, but a bibliophile I'd be, or at least a half-ass hobo with a library card. Thank you.